Good morning. This is Tia Williams bringing you your morning tea. I am so excited to be back bringing you your morning tea. I know I have been gone for a while, but my life has been transitioning. As most of you guys know, I am a mother of three sons. I have a 22-year-old and another son that just turned 18. And I also have a 10-year-old that is soon turning 11 by the end of this year. As most of you guys know, I've been raising kids for a while. Like I said, I have a 22-year-old. I am soon to be 44 years old, August 30th. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And I've also been a housewife for over 13 years. I've been married to my husband for 13 years. And I am going through a major transition. How many of you guys know that raising children it isn't easy. It is so not easy. And with two out of my three sons out of the house, my life is shifting and I no longer need to be at the forefront of everything. So even my relationship with my children, I don't need to be as hands-on as I had to be early on in their lives. Now I'm learning how to be or take more of a supportive role in their lives. I'm also learning to utilize my husband more. I am really at this point taking my hands off the wheel. I don't need to drive anymore. I don't want to drive. I want to be the front seat passenger. I want to be right on my husband's side because I feel like, at this point, I've done the nurturing. And now I feel like my children, more so the 22 and the 18-year-old, this is a time where, okay, now their father can step in, which he has all of their life, but I'm just saying now this is some man to man stuff that can go down. So Mama Bear can kind of like just slide back a little bit and love them. And I'm going to love them. Even though we still have our 10-year-old, I'm working with him. But I've also learned some things from parenting my two older children that I can do a little better with my 10-year-old, soon to be 11-year-old. And I'm quite sure he'll appreciate it in the end. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. That's not my topic for morning tea. However, I promise you I will share that. I've told you guys before, I never discuss things that I have no knowledge of. Primarily, I share everything that I've encountered in my life. I share with you guys the principles that I applied in my everyday life because I want you guys to have victory in your lives as well, okay? So, today's morning tea topic is how to love what you hate. Now, I have been going through, I'm telling you, I won't teach anything that I'm not, that I haven't went through or that I haven't received revelation on. So the topic is how to love what you hate. What is it that you guys hate? I can tell you for me, a liar is something that I hate. I hate a liar. Can you hear me? I hate a liar. And it's because I'm very honest. I am an honest person. Anyone who knows me, most of the time, people come to me, they seek me out for my honest opinion. But I do it in love. I don't do it to hurt anyone's feelings because sometimes the truth, if you don't temper it with love, it can crush someone. But I can't stand a liar. Matthew chapter 5, verse 44 tells us to love your enemy and pray for those who persecute you. Now, how you going to do that? Us as Christians, that's a hard pill for us to swallow. So I can imagine for you unsaved people out there, you're probably like, ain't no way in the world I'm going to love someone that's trying to hurt me, harm me, destroy me, and ruin my reputation. Okay, so your enemy. First, you need to identify who's your enemy. For me, my enemy is a liar. I can't stand a liar. I just feel like a liar is a coward. They are manipulative. They take away your choice. They don't give you a say-so in the matter at hand because they want to do what it is that they want to do. I can't stand when people are passive aggressive. I guess because I'm aggressive. So I really can't stand a passive aggressive lying coward. I know, right? I need help in this area. But don't worry, God got me covered. He got my back. Okay, so that's what I'm here for. I want you to learn how to love what you hate. And for me, Matthew 5, verse 44, it tells me to love my enemy. You guys know I have forfeited doing life on my own years ago. So I only do what I'm instructed to do. I am a full-fledged kingdom citizen. Okay, I live my life according to the Bible. Whatever God tells me to do, I do it. Even when I don't understand it, I still have a heart to obey God. Okay, so let me share with you. The first step in loving what you hate is to separate. You have to separate the person from the behavior. Now, my husband is always telling me, stop saying you hate liars. And I'm like, well, I do. I hate liars. He said, well, I'm asking you to stop saying that. I said, well, what you want me to say? He said, instead of saying you hate liars, say I hate when people lie. That's a big adjustment right there. That's a big difference right there. I went from hating the person to now hating the behavior. So my first tip for you is to separate the person from the behavior. Because you can't love someone that you hate if you have them as an enemy. You can hate a behavior without hating the person. Okay? The second tip for that is don't take it personal. You cannot take the behavior or the actions of someone else personal. It has nothing to do with you. That person was lying way before they even met you. Right? That person, the reason why a person is lying is because there is a deficit on the inside of them. And it's not just with lying, it's with anything that is hurtful to people. People that cheat, people that lie, people that steal. Whatever that person's issue is that you don't like, right? Or that you hate the behavior of, it's because there's a deficit on the inside of them. For some reason, and I know the reason, but for some reason, I'm always attracting liars. God is putting liars in my path. Why? Because he know I have an issue with liars. He know I have an issue with liars. And the only way I'm going to overcome this issue with liars is to apply the principles that he's giving me so that I can overcome in this area. And in this specific instance is for me to love what I hate. And that's a liar. Okay, so God brought this little girl, this young lady, she's in high school, into my life. And for some reason, I love this little girl, right? Early on, I'm just like, I don't know why I like this little girl so much. And so my husband and my children would say, well, Mom, maybe it's because she acts like you. And I'm like, no, this chick don't act like me. Because this little girl is a liar. And she is a manipulator. And I can't stand it. And no matter how much I want to cut this little girl off, God has placed this love on the inside of me for her. And I just keep saying, why do I love this little girl so much? And even my family members, they've asked me, they like, what is your deal with her? What is your relationship? And I'm like, I know I'm supposed to be in her life. She needs me in her life. And I have caught this girl in a lie. And I've said to her, I can handle the truth. I'm a big girl. I like the truth. I don't care what the truth sound like. The truth is good for me. I operate in the truth. So don't lie. And she'll say, okay, I understand. I know in order to have a relationship with you, I have to be honest. And then she'll lie. Oh, I just want to oh. And there's been so many times I'm just like, oh, I'm done with this little girl. And God is saying, no, you're not. No, you're not. It's like we can't throw people away. And that's my third tip for you. Okay, so the first one is you have to separate the person from the behavior, right? And the second step is you can't take it personal because it has nothing to do with you. The way other people treat you has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what's on the inside of them. And most of the time, it's what they have been taught, either directly or indirectly. I'm telling you, I know this. I know this. I'm not just making this up. I'm not speculating. I know this to be a fact. This young lady that I've been talking to you about, her mom participates in her lying. There's no consequences for her. When her mother discovers that she's lying, her mother never punishes her. There's never a consequence for her. And it's a whole backstory behind that. And see, that's what I want you guys to know. We don't know people's story. We don't know why they do what they do, right? So I just want you to keep that in mind. There's a reason for everything, okay? Now, the third thing I want to say is your response is your responsibility. I'm telling you, I've been telling my husband, man, this statement right here has shifted my mindset. It has shifted my behavior. It has shifted the way I view things. My response is my responsibility. My pastor has just been saying that he believed that this statement is the most profound statement that he has ever taught us. And I wholeheartedly agree with him. Your response is your responsibility. Okay, you hate liars. Okay, you hate when people lie. Now, when they lie to you, how are you going to respond? Because you said earlier that what's on the inside of them, don't take it personal because you have nothing to do with why they do what they do. It has everything to do with what's on the inside of them. Well, there's a flip side to that. How do I respond when people lie to me? That indicates what's on the inside of me. See, because if I keep saying I hate, I hate, I hate, then guess what my response is going to be? It's going to be hate. It's going to be hate. So not only do that person have an issue, but I have an issue as well if I'm responding any way other than love. And that's what I'm telling you. This is the reason why God is attracting, while I'm attracting these liars, because he wants me to get that out of me. So my fourth tip for you guys is trust God. He knows what he's doing. Matthew chapter 5, verse 44 teaches us to love your enemy and pray for those that persecute you. But guess what? Verse 45 says, let me get it, because I don't like to misquote anything. Verse 45 says, so that you may be sons of your Father in heaven. See, the whole goal, the whole objective, the whole mission of God is for us to be like him, to be his children. Isn't this awesome? I'm telling you, this thing, this revelation, this whole experience has changed my life. So now my relationship with this little girl has went to another dimension. Now I understand what my purpose is in her life, and I won't mismanage her. See, we have to realize that a lot of people don't have that relationship that we have with God. And see, like I told you, this little girl mom, she participates in her lives. I mean, she's done something to me that was so hurtful concerning my own child. And her mother don't even realize that what she did was wrong. And so I had to ask my little daughter, because now I've accepted her as my daughter. She always say to me, she calls me mom. She said, Mom, I wonder how would your daughter be if you had a daughter? And you know what I told her? I said to her, I said, you know, you always ask me that. Well, you're my daughter. You're my first daughter. And I'm telling you, if you allow me to be in your life and to teach you what I know, you're going to be a force to be reckoned with. That little girl began to weep on that phone. And she said, Mom, I know you got my back and I got your back. So that's what I'm here for. I love God. He's teaching me how to love what I hate. And therefore, I want to teach you guys how to love what you hate. The first thing you have to do, you have to separate the person from the behavior. And then the second thing you have to do, you can't take it personal, because what somebody else do has nothing to do with you. And then the third thing you have to remember is your response is your responsibility, because the way you respond has everything to do with what's on the inside of you. And then the fourth thing, my friends, is you have to trust God, because his goal, his mission is for us to be more like him. I'm Tia Williams, and I hope you enjoyed your morning tea. I know I did. See you soon.